Kawhi played all 4 practices and scrimmages leading up to the Olympics. Said he felt great. His coaches agreed. They said Kawhi respects that USA Basketball and the Clippers determined it's in his best interest to spend the remainder of the summer preparing for the upcoming season rather than participating in the Olympic Games in Paris. Oh, so his knee must have flared up. Are we sure about that? Why not mention that in your statement? Also, Kevin Durant got hurt, even worse. Oh, and by the way, the Clippers came out and said, Team USA is lying. This was not a joint decision. We wanted Kawhi to play. I mean, it was a controversy when Kawhi said he wanted to play. How could a guy...
Hell no! There's no way.
First, it was a full 3 months between Kawhi's last game and the Olympics. Plenty of time for him to heal up. Second, Paris is special. Several guys wanted to compete for the first time, like Stephen Curry. LeBron missed 2016 and 2020, but came back for Paris. So Kawhi wanted to play. So he showed up to camp, said all the right things, but 2 weeks before the games, got cut. Then the Clippers front office hit back. It was USA Basketball's call, and I was, quite frankly, very disappointed with the decision. Kawhi wanted to play. We wanted him to play. There was no setback with his knee.
We just felt that we had to pivot, and not to get into the particulars, in terms of what went into the decision, but unfortunately, we have to move forward.
The way that you are framing this, it makes it sound like you guys sent him home.
No, I mean, we did. I mean, ultimately, he was sent home, but we were in conversation with the Clippers on that.
So to replace Kawhi, they go with Derek White. A huge shock because Finals MVP Jaylen Brown is just sitting right there waiting on the call. Jaylen immediately tweeted, "Hey Nike, is this what we're doing?" So Nike has a big influence over Team USA as a key sponsor. Not only is Derek White a Nike athlete, Jaylen is not. In 2022, Nike dropped Kyrie after all of his controversy, and Brown said, "Since when does Nike care about ethics?" And whenever he wears Nikes on the court, he physically removes the swoosh. Kawhi was on Jordan brand back in the day, but he switched to New Balance in 2018. And while making new designs, Nike sent him a cease and desist over the Kawhi Claw logo. Because Kawhi had designed it himself, he figured, oh, I own this. But Nike had copyrighted it 1 year earlier. So on the left is a drawing Kawhi made in college. And I know this is hilarious, but I do get Kawhi's point, right? I mean, the idea is his hand stylized with his initials. Nike just made it look more aesthetic. But guess what? The judge ruled against Kawhi and said that Nike had full ownership over the logo. One wears Nike, the other wears New Balance. Simple as that. But that's not true. If Nike actually cared that much, they would have blocked him from making the roster to begin with. Another theory is the Clippers did make this happen. But LA is moving into their new stadium next year. It is on Kawhi to get them to the playoffs, especially without Paul George. But I mean, dude basically called Grant Hill a liar and made it into a much bigger deal than it had to be. But what about LeBron James? For years, Team USA goes to their players for advice. And in the past, Kobe was the leader of Team USA. In Tokyo, it was KD. But LeBron put this team together. They 100%. For example, in 1992, NBA players went to the Olympics except Isaiah Thomas. Magic Johnson said nobody on that team wanted to play with Isaiah. If you went strictly on terms of ability, then Isaiah should have been chosen. But who is saying we need this guy? Nobody. Michael Jordan got singled out as the guy who kept Isaiah off, but that really isn't fair. It was everybody. We all understood the camaraderie wouldn't be the same. Does that not sound exactly like Kawhi? Who is saying, do we need this guy? Obviously they don't. How many number one options can they have on this team? So instead, when Kawhi's not even good for camaraderie either, we all know that, they said, let's get a role player in here to balance things out. And the responsibility I have is to put together a team, and a team that complements each other, a team that fits, a team that will give us the best opportunity for success. Because the Kevin Durant injury would make it seem so hypocritical. KD has a chance to win 4 gold medals, which would be a record for men's basketball. He's also USA's all-time leading scorer, and last Olympics, no stars wanted to go to Tokyo, but KD stepped up and won gold. And obviously, keeping KD was the right move. I mean, dude was amazing against Serbia in Game 1, but his calf strain was the same injury that caused an Achilles tear on the Warriors. Why let that slide but not Kawhi? Well, Gilbert Arenas says,
Grant Hills, when his speech basically said he got cut.
Yeah.
It didn't sound like Kawhi decided to leave and he gonna get. It sounded like, yeah, we decided we were gonna go in a different way.
Right.
Means
He's not a good fit.
He's not a good fit.
but he has spent years making friends with players off the court. He was on USA Basketball. Kawhi is more of a loner. He's like that guy on the team bus who's really talented but doesn't really hang out with anybody. And they used his knee as an excuse to get Derek White, the role player that they actually needed. But we have already wrapped up another tournament this summer with the new NBA draft picks.
Subscribe to my channel.